these skill shots.
It feels like in a similar category to Xerath for me, like the artillery
absolutely.
mage that hangs back from a long distance away. Because you know if you can hit that sign coast, walks over, clears that ward, yeah, he's not going to get the gank off, but without that vision, now you're going to have to play even more safe. Tactical and, oh, Flashy with a nice dredge line. He's gone fishing, and it's going to be a big one pulled up here for Immortals. They'll get first blood, but Boogie's ready to do something about it and get one back. He's got to be careful because Viego is nearby. They see that mist coming around the wall. They'll deploy Boogie's clone to make sure.
Some pseudo-sustain here. But both teams out around mid. This could be a 3v3.
It's a party in mid lane. Maple got knocked up into the air. Kenby goes for the flash, and the follow from Fleshy is ready to go. Immortals find the first kill. Boogie jumps in, seeing if he may be able to recover something here second. But they still had the body. They still had that.
Vel'Koz poke later on. Sure, Sion could get to the point where he builds a Warmog, he starts shrugging off that poke, but they do have the ability to try to poke past him, look for champions like the Annie that really do struggle to actually find positioning as long as you're tracking them on vision. Sion can definitely clear brushes, can help you to try to establish that vision, but look at this!
Oh, Maple just getting chunked for a massive amount of HP, but TSM have found their way in from a counterattack, and Chime's gonna find the first kill. They're gonna grab the second, and it goes over to Boogie. Well, at least for the early phases here that we are still in, it'll be doing fine against the Gnar and the Viego, but Fleshy's got to back up in the bottom side. The Gnar has showed up to try to help these guys now, but again, it's a defensive ulti from Kenby. It's Revenge having to jump away defensively. It's TSM.
Sion!
Bringing in the choo-choo train! Here comes Sion, but he won't catch anybody in time. Instead, the laser sweeps in from Balulu, but again, it's not enough. Everybody's throwing in the kitchen sink, but nobody's got a knife.
Immortals. Yeah, they don't get any kills, but they do maintain a slight gold advantage, and they grab their first dragon of the game.
All right, they're going to be a confidence player. When he's in the zone and he's feeling it, this guy could put out some master mechanical performances, but when
have that confidence in your own play to feel like you're in a good spot.
Oh, they're going to find a pick. Uh-oh! Over the wall they go. Into the ground he goes. Chime is
tower is very low, so that's going to go down here. More gold injected into Bolulu's pockets in this position. Going to be feeling really good. We'll see how they're going to try to set up for this next dragon. First move to dragon becomes so important, but Revenge is going to get this tower. Is he going to get out? Boogie's got to try to actually interrupt the hop here with his ulti. That's what he's looking for.
Just starts off immediately with the Q so that then he can get the reset after using the ulti. There was no way out. Already fled the scene, but it's Fleshy and Kenby coming down. They all go back. Fleshy just mad-lifed them, and Maple doesn't have any way home. Kenby gets the kill.
So if TSM actually commit to the fight, Revenge could look for a flank here, and that would be really problematic. They're going to go for a steal, not going to be able to get it.
Can't get it Immortals. That means they can just
play heavily towards those dragons, try to go for soul.
Oh man, Maple just showed his face in top lane, and Immortals are immediately ready to try to punish it. Two TPs coming in at the same time. Solo's gonna be knocked up into the air. The Vel'Koz damage just drowns him. Balulu takes out the front line of the Vanguard. Tactical's nearly killed, and Turtle's gonna get the outplay off the side. It'll be a one.
Deconstruction.
Whenever that procs, all of a sudden, that reliable tick rate
back to base. He can TP back. Chime has lost some health though. Boogie is down to about half health. They're gonna look for the engage. Here comes the TP.
Solo just wants it. They know they can't let him poke. He cannot tank. There's just no way against the Vel'Koz. Solo's too squishy. See it? TSM threw him into the grinder, and Immortals are about to hit Soul Point on that Infernal Soul.
Yeah, Sion's just not even close to being able to actually tank up all of this damage, even with the Karma behind him. He's gonna need a lot more items, and he is getting dangerously behind the pace of the game. When these damage dealers on the other team get too far ahead of your tanks, you can never really hit that critical mass where you can become kind of that brick wall and create space for your damage dealers. And I think Immortals are doing a really good job playing around the fact that they have these low cooldown engages, the ability to actually half away from really putting their damage over the top.
Solo's going in again. Boogie's right with him. Tactical's killed immediately. Balulu fires the laser back over the wall. He'll get one back on Chime. I believe that's 100-0 with just the laser.
It is, and look at Bot, right? Pushing in Bot here. No one is answering the Gnar. So great, you got a kill, but Vel'Koz from downtown kills off your support, so it's a 1-for-1. You did get the beneficial trade, but you're losing your inhib, and as soon as someone shows up Bot, Revenge can potentially join the team with a TP if he needs to. We'll have to pay respect to the fact that multiple members did base.
Oh, that was not what Revenge wanted. He wanted to try to use the ulti to knock them away before he got locked down. He commits the flash even, trying to get further away from this. that was an error because you're not getting...
TSM will have to deal with here. Maple on the side, though, and Solo on the other.
They want to find some way to stop this. Boogie tries to engage on him, but immediately loses most of his... Solo's ready for the follow-up, and Turtle is disintegrated. They follow it up with Chains of Corruption from Tactical. Look at Solo on the front line trying to survive this. As long as Balulu stays on him, it's so hard for the Scion to live. He's forced to flash back over the wall as Revenge joins with the Unleashed teleport. TSM knows they got to regroup. They know they've got no health. They know they've got no front line. They know their jungler just went home, and it's Immortal starting up the Baron now.
The positioning is great from Balulu, though. He's still above them on the side here. Hard to engage in onto. Maple's trying to find him.
Maple just flash engages with the Vel'Koz. He'll survive a little bit longer here with a stopwatch. Revenge swoop. Balulu's unstoppable. Balulu's still alive. Maple doesn't kill him. Vel'Koz is running away, but Tibbers gets enraged. They'll end up trading the mid laner for a couple picks. TSM wants to go in. They find Fleshy.
Balulu!
Horde taking a lot of damage, but it won't matter when Vel'Koz is over the wall. How many times will TSM get caught by this Vel'Koz laser? The follow-up damage comes through, and Solo's forced to ult away. But now it's TSM taking out the enemy jungler and finding themselves with a man advantage. Balulu's still the X factor. He's still the one that might be able to find the damage over the wall. Again, it's going to be a massive chunk coming from this poke, coming from this Vel'Koz. Turtle goes in. He just might die. No, he won't. That Turtle went wild, baby. He gets the kill shot on Tactical, and the bottom jungle fight.
That almost looked like a colossal int from Turtle. That was so close to being one of those plays where your game just ends.
Ally was enough to keep him alive against Tactical, who doesn't have good auto attack damage, as Maple tries to get away, but the ultimate from Nautilus is still chasing. Now Immortals are looking for their moment. They're already going to kill off Maple, but Boogie's found the back line. He goes in for Tactical. He flashes to guarantee the kill. Kenvi wants to get out, but Balulu's locking down the enemy jungler. They can't get the reset there for the Viego. Resurrection comes out. Revenge wants to go over the wall, but he's stopped by Solo. He has to flash to get the follow-up, and now Turtle's going to be locked down. They try to go for a bit more damage, but it's a 3v2. They get the execute, and Kenvi has gone in. Solo tries to stand, but against Balulu, he can only fall. A triple for
really playing a very big part. Again, this location for Balulu is so good, but then Boogie over the wall.
If using that poke, they've still got Balulu safely behind a wall. Turtle had to flash away. The Drake at 3,000 HP. Fleshy's here on the front line, and Turtle's free firing. Drake down to 2k. They want to burn it down. It's going to be stolen by Wild Turtle. TSM have managed to stop the soul again. A 1-for-1 trade, but the jungler's down. Revenge wants the angle, and then he wants to take out the inhibitor. This is...
He might just die for this, though.
On, man. I think he might be in trouble.
No.
Kenvi's coming down to help him. Solo using the ulti to keep that Gnar locked down. Wild Turtle wants to chase. Kenvi looking for the opportunity to come in. Turtle says, hell no. Just goes forward. Right in the face with the sniper rifle. No scope style. Wild Turtle will not go down without a fight.
500. You're doing 3k damage coming out from Vel'Koz, with a lot of it being true damage, and that is so hard to deal with. But Turtle really is this hope on the other side. Turtle is on, but Turtle's just going to kill it. They're not even there. It's going down instantly.
Turtle just has gone. DPS. The soul is gone. TSM weathered the storm for the longest time, and now over the wall goes Boogie. Pop goes Tactical. Balulu is exhausted, and TSM ain't done. Boogie with a flash follow. Balulu is down. Balulu is down. And that means Immortals are short to follow. Turtle flashes forward. That's what you know him for. That's what you love him for. And that's what won TSM this game here today. This man's had a hell of a show. And Boogie at the end finding Tactical. Boogie at the end finding Balulu. TSM just forcing on the soul, and they're going to take the win.
That is a massive win for TSM here. We'll put them to 7-7 on the season. This one looked like it was going to be all Immortals, but Turtle securing that third dragon for themselves earlier on, and TSM just rushing down the fourth one, then getting those kills. Revenge not going to be able to defend. TSM will take it, and it is a monster.
Stuff. Of course, it wasn't going to come through. The Cho'Gath makes sense. This front line, very heavy physical damage on the side of Golden Guardians. So, you know, if you can kind of get through some of these camps thinking that they're left up,
maybe looking for a pick. I mean,
Yeah.
you have that burst advantage over Viego at this stage in the game, whereas Boogie needs a few more levels before he can match up to that burst of River. But he's going to look for mid lane, and that's the classic setup. You throw down the cage, you force Gory to flash away. A little bit of damage, but it should not be a kill.
Whoa.
I don't think, right? Oh, that was close.
Yeah, meanwhile, on the top side, the gank that River's going for coming through.
He dodged the cocoon, but he's got nowhere else to run, boys. That is first blood for Golden Guardians.
Trapped in the alcove.
Where TSM's going to start up this Drake. Probably going to get this one for free, but not a big deal. The Rift Herald, of course, more important for them advancing this early game win con.
Yeah, they need the gold acceleration to hit those spikes earlier so that they can get to that. When to use this Rift Herald sooner than later, as plates will be going down.
Whoa.
And Chime looks for an opportunity all in onto Huhi. He throws down the Silence Shroud down and pops the barrier, hoping the Wish as well. But they want this kill so badly, TSM! But there's not a completed item spike for Gory quite yet. It's just components, so the shock blasts don't hit as hard as they would like, but they're going to go for the engage. Boogie engages, but gets blown up by the burst damage from Golden Guardians, and there's no rebuttal from the side of TSM. They're forced out of the river.
Boogie just stranded ahead of the rest of the team. They had the cage to try and protect him, try and maybe find a way out for him, but it was too easy for the rest of Golden Guardians to collapse down onto him. That also means that TSM are going to have to back off this dragon. Like you said, that dragon stacking, not really a real win con of theirs anyways, but this is going to start it in Golden Guardians' favor.
Take another look at those jungler rankings that we did on the analyst segment.
I got to move my head a little further to the riverside, you're saying? Maybe?
The cope angle is that the Soraka Silence is throwing a big rut in the entire wheel of the chain.
It's comp diff, as you can see!
Elise and Ezreal and Soraka. This duo, this trio, I did not expect to be this potent, but they are making damn short work of TSM's HP bars.
River gets out to the minion just a little bit ahead, and they're going to be able to easily redouble their efforts. The tower's also going to die, so huge value on the pick here. Golden Guardians effectively snowballing ahead.
This is the trio kind of Golden Guardians. Gory not as involved, but River and Huhi actually take this team fight. So it's a clever idea knowing that Golden Guardians are going to be moving as an objective. Oh, maybe they actually will take this fight.
Huge decimating smash from Licorice, and the silence prevents Boogie or Maple from being able to do anything. Chime tries to...
You were stunned. Maple was stunned from 100% to 0.
Then silenced.
Body hit the ground immediately. Layered.
Uh-oh. Now Wild Turtle forced to use the Featherstorm. A flank from Chime and Solo on the right side. The Repel. They tried to time the Rupture on Reverse Descent, but it's not even necessary. They still have the burst damage to get that shutdown. And now, Boogie is a spider. He's going to walk away with it.
As of already 4 Golden Guardians, they have to play off the early lead, have to snowball with the poke comp. They're going to go for a dive, though.
And Solo's got no flash to walk away from this one. Easy pickup for 6-save. Or a kill opportunity there.
All right, teleport in. They want to go for this pincer movement. Veigar on the flank. Maple, can he get a good cage here?
They know he doesn't have flash. That might be the target. He walks right into the Soraka, right point blank, and the rest of TSM fall up beautifully. And now Boogie gets to be Soraka, looks for the silence of his own, but he will want to reset back to Viego, as he now gets to be a little bit more durable. It's 5-on-4 for TSM.
That's that flank for TSM. They see 25 seconds on the dragon spawn, and they go for the teleport play. They surgically remove the Soraka, but they sustain a lot of damage in the process, and they're going to give up the objective in the aftermath, teleporting Solo out to push on the top side and try and collect the remnants of that outer tower.
I mean, they insta-punish the flashless Soraka after that overeager play by Huhi. It still could not stick around for the tail end of that fight because they'd used basically all their cooldowns on that. But still, a nice little extra influx of gold that you can find there.
If they can't get the remnants of
Golden Guardians set up control in this jungle quadrant. But TSM still have 2 wards into these bushes, so they look for the pick onto Licorice. He's a tank, but they are bursting away at his health rapidly. But Wild Turtle, flanked by River, is forced to retreat. Use the Featherstorm, still has 2 summoner spells, but he's out of this fight as Solo finally gets blasted by Gory.
huge power move right now. He sees 8,000 health. It's quickly dropping.
Licorice is marking on the right side. Golden Guardians start to peel off, keeping it at 5,000 HP, but they just turn right onto TSM, knowing that Chime cannot be there for long. And that's another member down as Golden Guardians return to the Baron.
Golden Guardians using Huhi to stay topped up. He's getting low, but such a good job baiting over and over again, forcing TSM to keep walking into this blind river, getting picks left and right. Even if they don't get the Baron, they can keep doing this and finding more and more gold.
Can they get vision, though? Boogie is still around. He has the Heartbreaker to get over the wall. They're burning it down. This could be a flip,
No
but
vision.
1,000 HP. They have no vision, as you called it, Mark, and that means that is because of it.
Yeah, isn't really a pick if it's on the Scion.
No, not really. You're absolutely right. I mean, Wild Turtle's getting some damage, but he's now forced to...
no.
But The River's approaching from the left side, and he already used the Featherstorm, so he's got no way out of this one, but they don't get a chance to punish it. He still has Flash to play with, but he flashed over the wall, and 6A takes him out. TSM are now on the run. No AD carry to support them at this point. Maple trying to put as much damage as he can, but he's not fully online yet. He's just running away as Golden Guardians make short work of TSM.
They're not done yet. Maple able to get out with the flash. TSM tried to pick a fight with Licorice. They turned that one around, instantly find 3 kills, and Golden Guardians are gonna keep pushing down the spot lane. Look for the inhibitor.
The Golden Guardians are the real deal here. Towards the top of the standings of the LCS, and they're gonna stay there, breaking open this TSM base. Inhibitor down very easily for them.
Maple's trying to hold it off as long as he can.
Forward, get in there, get the job done.
Yeah, 6-0-2 now for Stix-A. Boogie!
Oh my goodness! They tried to look for a 2v1 on a Gory, but he's got so much damage in his back pocket. He turns it quickly on Boogie's head. Maple's forced away. Chime could not get there to support the cause fast enough. I mean, it's an 11,000 gold lead for Golden Guardians. They are just moments away from closing it down.
And I love this from them. From draft, you could tell as we get another attempted pick.
Continue.
Yeah, you could tell. As soon as the Elise was left up, they were like, oh, we've been waiting for this.
Yep.
We are ready to slam. River Elise, instantly. They could not wait to get the Jace Elise combo locked in, make sure they've got a front line with Licorice secured, and then absolutely run this straight to the bank for themselves. Top inhibitor's also gone. Inhibitor is exposed. Chime's on the flank, though, looking for Huhi.
But Gory is marking him. He charms him up. Does he look for Huhi? Can they find him? But no one else from TSM can get past Licorice and River. So Chime's engage is all for naught as TSM are now pushed to the brink. They're pushed to the very edges of their base. They already lost on solo. Maple stuck in his own cage as Golden Guardians will be able to take them out. Stix-A does fall to Boogie, but it's a trade 1-for-1 while TSM still lose 3, and Golden Guardians will make short work of these towers.
Golden Guardians looking on point today. They had a couple struggles in recent weeks, dropping a couple games, but retaining sole possession of 4th place with this win. Might not close it out here. Oh, I was ramping up.
The crowd agreed. That means we're right, guys.
Obviously, someone is trying to get the Stix-A All-Pro campaign.
He's had a great comeback split.
What's Licorice's campaign right now? Towers don't do any damage, like buff towers. He takes like 6 shots or something in a row there. Wait for the minions to follow up, though.
All right, Licorice looks for Maple, forces the flash. Chime turns around and tries to isolate Gory with the quickness and the charm. The knockup lands true, but Gory just does too much damn damage, and he finally goes down. Wild Turtle rips feathers. Can he outpace Stix-A and his own damage? The Stix-A arcane shifts backwards. Are TSM actually holding this base? There's no way, right?
They're still scaling. Maple's still scaling on the Vagar. He's still scaling. They are going to lose their last inhibitor, maybe? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way they can hold on to it. Just too much damage already done. They will save the game. Have a flank coming in here from Solo.
Still trying to defend here against a Baron setup from Golden Guardians, which should be pretty easy.
Yeah.
Chime is gonna try to mark out vision first, so he gives Boogie that easier access into the Baron pit, but they turn off it. They realize that TSM have the inside track. They pull off, and it should reset.
All right, Turtle.
Oh no! Wild Turtle gets caught out here by Golden Guardians. The silence prevents him from casting Featherstorm or Flash. Solo is taken out as well, and now Gory looking to cut them off on the inside track. Chime is trying to lead a safe passage back for the rest of his teammates to get into the base. Good cage from Maple, holds him off for long. Oh my goodness, Gory! Huge artillery shot blast, completely destroys Chime. Boogie falls as well, and there's the closeout of the game that we were looking for. Golden Guardians, an astounding 21-7 stomp. 30 minutes into the game, Golden Guardians take the win.
They say they don't need